Welcome to Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I am your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to talk about, we're going to unbox something. You already know what it is. You saw the thumbnail or the description. So let's get into it. But first, dun 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 dun. Pokemon things. These are all Pokemon. Look, the most recent one's Pichu. Yay, Pichu! Detective Pikachu, which I actually haven't seen that movie yet, but as soon as it comes out, I'm just going to buy it anyways, because, I'm going to support it. Also, Ryan Reynolds, I mean, we all swore a blood oath to support Ryan Reynolds in his age, and that is what we've had to do. Oh my gosh, I need some kind of action movie that puts Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, and Keanu Reeves pitted against each other in some type of Mortal Kombat. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of Mortal Kombat, let's talk about the Shao Kahn of the Pokemon world. The one who makes them fight. The one who captures them and makes them fight in his eternal struggle to be the very best and to take out the Elite Four or whatever they have in there. Yes, we're talking about the most sadistic Taskmaster, but not really Taskmaster because he doesn't have the ability to copy people's stuff. We're talking the Pokemon Trainer. This person causes more war and destruction than neoconservatism. Anyways, yes, this is the Pokemon Trainer. Look into his steely cold eyes, and no battle and fear. There he is, hanging around in the background. Well, he makes Ivysaur, Squirtle, and Charizard do his slavish bidding. Now, there's one more thing. I think we're getting, the wrestler cat thing that I like. The Luchador cat, it's cool. That's coming at some point. Yep, I'll definitely pick that up. But yes, Incineroar. Yeah. Anyways, this is the Pokemon Trainer. Let's go ahead and release the Pokemon Trainer from his plastic prison so he can enslave all the Pokemon kind to do his dirty work for him, where he sits back and laughs as they pour their PowerPoints? Combat points? I don't know. Blood, sweat, and tears in the mortal game that is Pokemon. This harsh master. Anyways, like the master, he's always looking out there. He's like, I will find you, Doctor. And I will take you back to, I forgot what the Doctor's home planet was. Okay, the vehicle's the TARDIS, time, relative distance, and space. And, what is that? It's their planet. It's like their Krypton or whatnot, and it's gone. I forget. Anyways, let's stop talking about Time Lords and start talking about the ultimate Pokemon Lord. The Pokemon Trainer. Let's go ahead and open this up. It's kind of milquetoast, Personally, I would have loved it if they did more Player 2 variations that made this character look like the characters from the other games. They really should use the Pokemon Trainer a little bit better and be like, hey, here's this design, but then all the other designs would be designs from other games. Could you imagine you're playing as, say, the female Pokemon Trainer, and she's dressed like the Pokemon Trainer from Sword and Shield, which I can pretty much tell you all of these are going to be in Sword and Shield. I mean, if it's a Pokemon, that's a starter, and it also has an Amiibo, chances are it'll be in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That whole Sword and Shield controversy, though, oof. They're like, well, not all of them will be in there. I'm like, well, I'm thinking that's actually because they kind of want to do something like a Pokemon Battle Royale type thing. They're like, okay, all these Pokemon you've been training, they can go into here, but we're going to focus more on story for this. Story, New World Exploration, because there's so many Pokemon. I mean, what are there? More Pokemon than Neopets now? More Pokemon than Digimon? I don't know. I was a bit disappointed, but I never really finished the national decks in Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun. So I'm like, I mean, I've got all these. Got a lot of rares. Because, like, I made sure to get my Pokemon Bank stuff up to date. That way I can hold on to these. It's pretty great, actually. I've been playing through Pokemon Yellow on the Nintendo 3DS so that I can move Pokemon from that over to Pokemon Bank and then move them into Pokemon. Some of them I can move into Pokemon Go. And then some of them I want to move into like Pokemon Sword and Shield. We don't know what the full list is yet. I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe there's about 100 new Pokemon. Maybe 102, maybe up to 120 at the most. I mean, that would be huge if there's 120. But I'm thinking closer maybe to like maybe 100 or less. And then the rest will be a lot of returners. The Returners, which actually, The Returners is a pretty good movie. But yes, this is the Pokemon trainer. He's like, I will capture all of you. Wait. This is his Dynamaxed, or what is it? Dynamax? Embiggening? Gigantamax? I forgot. This is his Dynamaxed Pokemon. See, here's Pikachu. Pika! And stuff. And then Dynamax Pikachu. Yes! I think what happened was they're like, let's talk logistics. Hey, Wailord, do you want a Dynamax or Gigantamax Wailord? And people are like, do we really? And like, then we'd have to also like, what if we have to Dynamax Jinx or Dynamax stuff that people are just like, near about? All those versions of Burmy and like the little deer. Oh man, Dynamaxing Unown. I mean, what? There's like 20 something. Like there's one for every like alphabet letter and so forth. And so I'm thinking they're just like, you know what? We have so many. Let's just use stuff that's more relevant to this region's story without having to try and shoehorn stuff in. In fact, if I were explaining that whole debacle, I'd be like, I know that you're disappointed that we did not include the national decks in Sword and Shield. What we wanted to do is take advantage of the core situation and storyline in Sword and Shield, and we wanted Pokemon that seemed more appropriate for that region and the story that we wanted to tell. We wanted a more complete experience, and we're looking forward to using the entirety of these Pokemon in a future game at some point. Meaning they could be like, hey, we want to make a stadium-style game where people can use all these Pokemon from their Pokemon home to this game on the Switch and be able to play online against all sorts of people. Because the people who are collecting all of them are doing so across these generations, not really just so much to have all of them or living decks, but they do want to use them. I mean, the Pokemon competitive scene is interesting. And I felt that in order to focus on Sword and Shield, they should just... Yeah, you know what? That's what they should have said. And said, oh, it's too much, blah, 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 we have all the time, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Give the honest reason. If you're honest, people will be okay with it. If they had made Pokemon Sword and Shield and been like, hey, yes, this is not going to have all the Pokemon from the national decks. The reason for this is because we wanted to make a more focused region that had no more like shoehorned in things. Also, there are some of these Pokemon which are completely OP, which would break the balance that we want to maintain in this game. We will use them again in a later game, which we will give details about at a later date. There you go. I just saved you, Game Freak. Be thankful. That's what you should have said. Say, hey, we're being honest. There's so much stuff here. We couldn't figure out the best way to keep this balanced. So what we're doing is we're going to let you hold them into Pokemon Home, and then we'll use them in later games. Then they can go back and they can remake older stuff in older regions or do new stories in those regions and then keep stuff that fits thematically with those regions, which I think makes more sense. And then just have like, hey, here's our Pokemon Stadium 3 for the Switch. Or they could call it like Coliseum again. I would love a remake of Coliseum or some type of sequel to Coliseum that was proper, you know? That's what they should do. They should have been like, hey, we want to use all these for competitive reasons in a different game. For right now, we want to let you explore the region, the Galar region, without pressure, without ruining it by having imbalances. We don't want you to be like, hey, I'm coming up on the Elite Four in here in this big soccer stadium thing. I'm going to Dynamax my legendaries. This is my Garodon. This is my Giratina. Or whatever. You don't need to do that. And I kind of feel they dropped the bomb by like not being honest about it. Just be like, hey, if we're going to use it for a different game, that's fine. If you want to just focus on a core gameplay without having to shoehorn in all sorts of different little things into Sword and Shield, you just want tighter game world, that's fine. Or if you want to be like, hey, you know what? You've been playing this for a while. You want to unlock the rest of the national decks. Here's a patch and DLC. There you go. That's what I would do. I would update it later on and be like, hey, here's this new pack of stuff we've added. They did a Pokedex for the 3DS, and that's what they did. They patched in stuff later on. You could take AR pictures of Pokemon with it. And that was great. That's what they should have done with Pokemon Sword and Shield. And now I've just been rambling on. You're like, you're not a Pokemon channel. Yes I could be. I'll just throw on a flea collar and pretend everybody hates me. Anywho, so let me know in the comments below what you think. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that share button, subscribe button, etc. Ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.